Welcome back, kids and coaches. I'm Coach Kent Murphy, and we're back here on the podcast. I got Amanda Scarborough with me today. Amanda, how you doing?
I'm doing good, but I don't think I'm doing as good as you, Kent.
Well, I mean, nobody is. I mean,
I
I'm living like a king over here. You know what I mean? That's what I got to do.
Yeah, you always do. That's why we all try to rise to your level, Kent.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I like where your head's at. I like your line of thinking. That's smart. If you guys remember, we had Amanda out on a video. If you guys are true Kent fans, you remember it. And I taught her pretty much everything she knows now about softball. She thought she was going to teach me, but, you know, I showed you. Do you still use the Statue of Liberty pitch I taught you?
Yeah, we incorporate that into our clinics. That is now my go-to, pitching foundational piece is the Statue of Liberty. And it was all you. I can't thank you enough for the progress of my coaching career and just our interaction that one day, because I don't know where I would be without you.
Yeah. Go on. I got all day. That's wonderful. I appreciate it.
That was a fun day because Jen Schroeder was there and her sister Kate was there. And so, you just had more of a chance not just to teach me, but to teach all of us. So what was that, 5 or 6 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2014, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when we showed the world, how to play the right way. Pretty much.
That was it. And because of you now, I feel like I'm coaching pitching clinics to you're all about hitting dingers and I'm all about preventing dingers. So it's a real rivalry that we kind of have here.
It's like good cop, bad cop. I'm the good cop, obviously. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Jen was a star pitcher at Texas A&M. I was reading your stats. You went 26-2 with a .7 ERA your freshman year. And you threw a no-hitter the first game you pitched.
The first game. I got really lucky, I don't even know how that happened. I got really lucky.
How fast was your fastball? About 150?
Yeah, 150, 151.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I would throw about 70, which, equivalent to baseball is 98, 100 miles an hour. We're only throwing from 43 feet away. Time is just so fast. So I throw about 70.
How many strikeouts did you get? Probably 40,000?
Yeah, 40,000.
Right around there?
right around there. And I only allowed one dinger. So that's 40,000 strikeouts and one dinger. I mean, what stats, right?
Well, that was pretty good. The real stat I'm worried about, though, is did anybody ever charge the mound on you?
In high school, there was a girl that almost charged me because I hit a home run off of her. And then the next time I came up, because I hit too. So the next time that I came up, I struck her out whenever she came up to bat. And the next time I came up to bat, she hit me. So it was not a good situation. But you know me, I'm pretty nice. I don't feel like anybody would want to charge down against me. But that was probably the closest call.
Yeah, sometimes you got to. Sometimes the nice people are the ones that they're the scariest ones. Because you're like, oh, he's nice, and then pop, they get you.
Yeah.
But she hit you and then tried to charge you like she was pitching and tried to charge you in the box.
Yeah.
That's a power move right there. I kind of respect that girl. I got to tell you.
I know, a lot of respect. Yeah. I don't know what that girl's doing now. Don't you always wonder, what are the people from high school doing that, you played against and then you never saw? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really – none of them are doing as well as I am, and I doubt any of them are doing as well as you are. So I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good. But, but now you coach softball now, and you do ESPN too, right?
Yeah, I do both. So I travel all across the country and do clinics with a group called The Package Deal. There are 4 of us in that group, 4 founders. And so we teach young kids all over the country, everywhere. And then, I work for ESPN. So it's been kind of quiet because it should be the college softball season right now.
Yeah.
And we should be, it's almost May. So getting ready for conference tournaments and postseason. And it's just so unfortunate that we're not doing that right now. It sucks.
It's a bummer. It's not any fun right now because ain't nobody hitting no dingers and nobody's throwing no hitters like you out there. So
Just
It's a tough time. Now, when you do your camps, do you do the drill that I like to do when I do my camps? Is I line the kids up and then I just throw a fastball and drill them with it, just to let them know, first of all, how hard I can throw. But sometimes you're gonna take a beating in real life. That's what I teach real life lessons too. So I didn't know if you were incorporating that.
Right. So we probably have slightly different techniques when it comes to teaching life lessons within a clinic. And I'm not sure I'd ever want to try your technique. I'm open to all, to getting better as a coach, to growing, but I've definitely never done that. I'll leave that part up to you, I think.
Yeah. Well, you just have me out one day. I'll start whipping some fastballs at the kids at the camp. The parents will love it. I'm sure of it.
No, I was wondering what the parents would think about you being there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully none of the husbands show up, because I'll end up leaving with all their wives. They won't be happy about it. You know what I mean?
You just have so many talents, it's so hard to keep up with. So
I'm telling you. I'm telling you it is.
All the things.
Yeah. Did you ever, when you were pitching, did you have when you strike somebody out, do you do like a strikeout dance?
No dance, and being completely honest, I like to really good fist pump every now and then. So if that's considered a dance move, yeah, I would do that. Not after every strikeout. You can't do it after every strikeout. It's got to be in the big moment, when you strike out.
I think you can.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
I think you can. So it's like when guys hit the dingers or the girls hit the dingers, they'll stop and look at it. They'll do a bat flip every time. So I think you should do it every time you strike somebody out.
Because you're pro.
Point at them like that, let them know.
Pro bat flip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very pro.
So last softball season, so not 2020, the mini season, but the season before that, there was a really, I don't know if you saw her, Sam Shao, who played at Oklahoma State. She was a bat flipper, and her bat flip went viral because the softball world was freaking out about it, because the softball world hadn't seen anything like it. But I feel like I saw you retweet her or support her, or you were all about it.
Well, yeah, I love a good bat flip. I'm always gonna shout that out if I see a good bat flip. Plus, no wonder it went viral. You ever see a non-bat flip go viral? No, because it ain't never happened. Only good bat flips do.
Yeah. So maybe, whenever I should start teaching that at the clinics, whenever you strike somebody out, you do this insert dance, whatever the equivalent is of a bat flip.
Yep. Yeah, you point at them like that and let them know, Yeah. Hey, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna get you again too. Yeah. I think that's the way to do it. It's the way to do it. Hey, we got to pay for this episode. So I got to read an ad here, and I talked to my sponsors, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we love Amanda, so we got her an ad too." So my sponsors wrote you a specialized ad. So I'll start it off because these are real sponsors here.
Yeah.
Today's episode of the Kent Murphy Podcast is brought to you by Letting Them Know. Are you the greatest baseball player that ever lived like old Kent here? Impossible. But even if you just think you are, then you have to start letting them know. Tell everyone, bat flip, fight pitchers, disgraced families, whatever you want. Just make sure you're letting them know that you're the best and they aren't. It's a good company.
Yeah. How did you get hooked up with them?
They called me every day for about 5 years. It was like an ex-girlfriend just begging me, and so I did it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the turning point?
Well, they told me that they made a statue of me out in front of their corporate headquarters. So I was like, well, I guess I'll do your ad now for a statue.
Yeah. Hey, at least you're trying new things,
Yeah.
That's Everybody grow a little bit, even Kent Murphy.
I agree. I don't have much room to grow because I'm already pretty much at the top. But yeah, I got a little wiggle room.
How many times do you get asked about your hat, your Maui hat? How long have you had that bad boy?
I get asked about that a lot, and I got this hat. I don't know, probably in 2006. It's the oldest, dirtiest hat that I own, and that's why I love it.
Did you actually go to Maui, or?
Yeah, I used to live there.
Really?
Yeah, I lived out there for about a year. Yep, I cleaned. I hit too many dingers, and they kicked me out of the state. So
probably hit it completely off the island.
I did. A few of them I did. Yeah. They're still
Wait,
floating.
Maui, that is an island, right? Like Maui is an island in Hawaii. Yeah. Okay.
It is. Yes, that's correct. You've passed your geography test for the day.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of set myself up for that.
Did you get your ad?
Yeah. Do I have to
All
read
right.
it like how you read it, or do I just read it in my normal voice?
However you want to read it.
Today's episode of the Kent Murphy podcast is brought to you by pitching. When you can't hit dingers, but still want to play ball and just start pitching. Oh, still want to play ball, just start pitching. It worked for me, and it'll work for you too. Pitching, because hitting is only the greatest thing ever. Sorry, I can't read.
It's okay.
I wish I did that instead. Hitting, that is. Plus, I couldn't even strike Kent Murphy out when I tried. But here's the thing. It's a lie because I didn't try because you wouldn't hit off of me.
I got in the box, and from my memory, if my memory serves it correct, I hit one like 9,000 feet.
No.
We lost the video footage, so I mean.
I don't understand how you don't remember that you froze up and you wouldn't even pick the bat up off of your shoulder and take a hack.
No, I got in. That's not how I remember it. I remember me and old Hank were out there, and I think we both hit like 10 dingers apiece. Isn't that right?
Yeah, no. Not the 10 dingers apiece, but I want to know, how is Hank?
Hank's doing good, man. Yeah, Hank's doing real good. I was just talking to him earlier.
Yeah?
He's out cleaning pools or something.
Yeah, that's good that he can still like continue on with his job during the quarantine and clean those pools.
Yeah, you got to get it done. Yeah.
Well, and people are using them right now. They can't go outside.
No.
Or they can't go outside their house.
No, it's what are you doing for quarantine? What's keeping you busy?
So true story here is that there was a rattlesnake at our house a couple of weeks ago.
Was it Steve Austin, like the Texas rattlesnake? Stone Cold?
No.
Steve Austin? No? Okay. An actual rattlesnake then. Okay.
It was an actual rattlesnake in our backyard. And we have 2 dogs, so they're both golden doodles. The golden doodle found it, so that's always good when the dog finds the snake in your backyard. And I was very panicky. I thought that the snake was definitely going to bite him. And he didn't. He got away. And then sadly, we live in Texas, so we have a gun. The snake got shot. So it was for the best, I think, for everybody.
So you're rattlesnake hunting now. I like that. That's the best. That's the best quarantine hobby I've heard anybody picking up. I love it.
I'm learning to shoot a gun. I'm learning to hunt rattlesnakes. I'm learning to be a dog security for my dog to protect him. I'm really figuring out a lot during quarantine.
I'm loving it. What's your dog's name?
Reddick was that dog's name.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 2. One's Rogan, one's Reddick.
Like Josh Reddick?
I knew you were going to say that. And my grandma thought the same thing. But no, it wasn't because of Josh Reddick. No.
Okay. I had him on the pod the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you could strike him out. I think you could.
So I'm an Astros fan. Let's not comment on that, but I'm an Astros fan. And he has his moments, but then other moments, he has really great moments, but I think I could strike him out too.
I think you could. I mean, you can't, obviously you couldn't strike me out, but I think you could get him.
Yeah. Lefty. Yeah. I think I could do it.
Have you ever pitched against a major league hitter?
No, I'm trying to think about if any of the guys that I pitched against in college, because they're all top.
Oh yeah. Did you go against the baseball team and just strike all those dudes out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love it.
Baseball players love to talk smack to softball pitchers, and then they never can hit off of them. So
yeah. But you hit a few dingers yourself, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
How many do you think you got? 100?
People forget about that. In my career, 125.
Oh, okay. You got it down to the number. All right now. All right.
Okay, that's not really only 25, but I just wanted to add an extra century mark there too.
I like it. I would have said 225 if I were you.
I don't want to lie and then somebody goes and looks it up because it would be everywhere. But still, to be completely forthright with you, I had more doubles than I did home runs. But Still slugging percentage is up over 600 for my career. Not bad.
I mean, hell, you batted like 405 though. The one year I saw. I mean, you could hit a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you bat flip it when you were hitting the dingers?
I didn't. I think my dad would literally take me out back and slap me if that happened.
I'd be like, well, Dad, why don't you go hit a dinger and then you can tell me whether I can bat flip or not.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
You know what I mean?
Like, if I would have taken you home back in 2014, I wonder how my dad would have appreciated you and your bat flipping antics and just, I mean, what would that have been like? I don't know if a dad can handle you.
Well, I mean, I would have been the life of the party. I bet your family would have loved me.
Oh, no.
They always do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm beloved by families across the world.
Well, you have a lot of options because you're so popular with the ladies, so a lot of families like you.
Don't I know it? You know what? You're giving me some good compliments today. This is going well. My ego hasn't grown enough during quarantine. I needed it today.
What have you been doing during quarantine? We know what Hank's doing. We know what I've been doing. What have you been doing?
I mean, I stare out the window a lot. They got a baseball field like right out my window, and I look at that and I get all mad and I just start throwing fastballs around my living room. Pretty much everything's broken at this point in my house. But yeah, including my hopes and dreams of playing this year. So that's broken too. But we're gonna get back out there though.
Do you just go back and like watch old footage of you hitting dingers, or what do you?
Yeah. I binge watched all of my highlights. That took me about the first 3 weeks. I didn't sleep for 3 weeks because that's how many highlights I've got. Yeah. Are you watching a bunch of shows? Are you binge watching shows?
Yeah. So I've been watching. I finished Ozark. All the Narcos ones, totally up to date. Almost about done with Bloodline. I'm trying to think of and then Tiger King, like for sure. So yeah, I feel like those have been my go-tos. What about you?
What I've been watching? Well, I mean, besides my highlights, I watched Major League like 10 times because that's a great baseball movie. I watched my dog chase her tail. Binge watch that for most of my day. Yeah. She's more bored than I am.
I would be super interested to hear what you thought about Tiger King because I didn't know what to think of it. Did you watch Tiger King? I'm really hoping that you did.
I did. Yeah, I watched Tiger King and I think we'd get along just fine. You know what I mean? I don't like Carol Baskin either. I'm tired of her.
I don't know who I'd want to work for the most out of any of them. I pulled my Twitter audience to see like between Carol and Joe and Doc, who people would want to work for the most.
Doc.
The higher percentage said Joe, but I just think that because he's like the big name, you know?
Yeah.
I wish I would like no bias, like could really see what that answer would have been. What do you think about Doc?
I think you got to go, Joe. Doc, I don't think you want to go in that. He's running a cult over there. That guy, he ain't right. You know what I mean? There ain't no dingers being hit on that farm.
Crazy. And then, Carol, well, we don't know what she did with her husband or didn't, So, yeah, I guess the answer is Joe, but I still just feel like he's like the popular one, like the Tiger King, homecoming king.
Well, that's why I grew the handlebar mustache out so I could be a little bit more like Joe.
Oh.
Until he gets freed from prison, old Kent's going to rock this.
He's your inspiration.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think after watching that, I think I could be the best Tiger King. Like next to him, I think I'd be the Tiger King. But I wouldn't walk around with that cane though. I'd use it to like hit dingers with or something. I wouldn't use it to walk with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe you could like hit the dinger and then the tiger like goes and runs and gets it and comes back and brings it back.
Yeah.
Like a dog, but like a cat. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're already off to a good start. You're hunting rattlesnakes. I mean, you could start a zoo real quick.
Yeah.
Next time, don't shoot it. Just keep the rattlesnake. You know what I mean? Wear it like a necklace.
Those things are gross. Like if even if you're 100 feet away from it, you still feel like it's like on you. You still feel like it's gonna like slither over to you. It's freaky.
Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently it wasn't scary enough that you couldn't hunt it. So, I mean, you got tough real quick.
You know,
Probably
I
why you
wish
hit
I
all
could
them
take
dingers.
I wish I could take credit for shooting it, but you pull out the honesty in me, you know, and I wasn't really the one that shot it, but I took notes. I could do it again. I could do it.
What's your favorite sport to play or watch besides softball?
Probably college football.
Who's your team?
A&M, because I went there.
Yeah. That's too bad. That's too bad. I was hoping you rooted for like the team that won every now and then.
I'm not a bandwagon type person, Kent. I'm not just going to get on with a team because they, you know, win a lot. Like, that's not how I roll. I'm loyal.
I respect that. I can respect that.
Even with the Astros, stick with your guys. You got to be loyal.
Yeah, you think you could have struck Johnny Manziel out?
Oh, yeah.
When he was an Aggie? Yeah, I think you could have too. You probably could right now too. Yeah, I mean, you probably could if you were like 80 right now. I don't think he could hit any dingers.
I don't think so either. Like,
no.
Do you think he's hit a dinger in his life?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
No, and I have a tracker that keeps track of like everybody's dingers, and I've never seen his name on there.
That's never popped up on your app.
Never popped up. No.
That's a cool app. I didn't know that you had that.
Yeah, well, I invented it, so yeah, that's what I do.
You got to make
that's
sure.
What I do.
Well, you got to make sure you're keeping an eye on your competition. You know, you
yeah,
want everybody to surpass you. So
that's what we do. Hey, we got to wrap this thing up, but I do need a prediction from you before we go.
Okay.
If the season starts back up, hopefully it does soon. How many strikeouts you think you'll throw this year? I'm saying I think you could do like 2,000.
Realistically, probably 1,600.
Yeah, I think that's. Hey, I like where your head's at.
I think you see a little bit. I'll bring us back down to earth with the 1,600.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, yeah, that's a little closer to reality, I guess. You guys heard it here. Guaranteed 1,600 strikeouts from Amanda Scarborough when the season starts back up. Amanda, it was good to talk to you again. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Great to see you. Thanks for being an inspiration for every softball and baseball player all across the world. I do it out of the goodness of my heart and also for the internet money. Hey, everybody, we'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, hum that thing in there. I'm Kent Murphy.